When you're ready, come and talk to me. Today I'm using my angel message cards because with my hubby being poorly, I'm having to do something a bit different. So I'm just hoping I can read them all right, but I think so. So anybody who wants to come and join me, you're quite welcome. I'm just shuffling my cards now. As you all know, my name is Christine Stewart, and I am always live at 4 o'clock on a Wednesday till 5. I try to speak to as many people as I can. So when you're all ready, I'm ready. So let's go for it, shall we? Time. However many people come on here, I can't always give you a message, but I do try my best. And I'm going to start when I can. And Stace, I'm going to say hello to everybody. So Natalie Rogers, hello, good afternoon. Stace Shaw, good afternoon. I hope everybody is feeling fine. So Natalie, you're the first one in here, so I will choose your card for you. And it is called Self-Sabotage. Can you see that? And it's got a story behind it. And it says, when you learn to get out of your own way, there will be no stopping you. Most of the time, it's not others who prevent you from achieving your true goals. It's your inner voice that details these carefully woven plans. Hello, Shayna Kenyon and Edwina Pickering. As I see this, I see the hand over your face and I see the flowers all the way around you. Natalie, it is a time of change for you. And I know when the change comes, you will know at the point where you feel different. I do feel there's like a line there which you've shut people out. But I want to say at this time, it's your time to find you again. Push, 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 push to make everything right again. Natalie, don't push yourself out, but bring yourself in. Show people how far you've come on your pathway. Be more positive and show people how positive you are now. You can't make a purse out of a pig's ear, but you can make time for you, my darling. Make time for you. I do have a lady with you, and this lady, she comes forward. She is in her garden and she can, I can see her trimming up the flowers, and I can see her planting and doing things. I feel this is your grandma as she comes forward. She's brought you some toast and jam, and I feel this is a memory of your childhood, when your grandmother would make you toast and jam. She's saying here, sometimes you neglect yourself, but she doesn't want you to neglect yourself. She wants you to make something of yourself. Again, I feel you need a circle that will help you to progress more and show people that how strong you really are. But I feel once you get into a circle, you'll understand what Spirit is saying to you and a way that you can extend your own vision. I know at the end of the day, it is time to make those changes. And you know what I'm talking about. Natalie, I'm given the name of Margaret and Doreen, and I'm also given Sheila and Joan. Whether they are part of your family, I don't know, but I just need to give you these. But also at the end of the day, darling, remember your spirit family are around you. They will show you the way. So when you sit in circle, they will come and join you. So I'm going to leave that with you and say thank you for working with me. Good afternoon, Joanne Lewis. Good afternoon, Fiona Rosen, Joseph Pritchard, Susan Christine Ellis. Can I come to Susan Christine Ellis, please? Your card is Mother Love. Can you see it? And this is Mother looking after you, or it is you looking after your child. I've got to come forward. And Mother Love is reaching out to you at this time and holding you close. She knows how much you miss her and waits to remind you that this special bond of love can never be broken. So this is either your mum or your grandma who loved you very much and very much a mother person. She gives you a white rose and also gives you a single tear. So the tears from the rose is telling you, Susan, yeah, that you have got a lot going on in your life at the moment. Everything is not as it seems. I see you in a mirror and I see you looking at yourself in the mirror and you don't see the person who you are. But I want to say you're a beautiful lady, and this lady who's watching over you was a beautiful lady as well. As she gives you a white rose, I want to give you a lovely pink rose, and that means mother love. So I know you must have loved your mum to bits. But she's saying here, you have to take the rough with the smooth, but once you find yourself, you will know that you have taken that chance and move forward. I know there is something going on in your life at the moment where you feel as though you've let somebody down or you've let yourself down. But I know you are more positive now because you've learnt more and more and more. I see also the stars shining high up in the sky, and I see the moonbeams that are shining down from the spirit world. So I know the spirit world are very much in tune with you. So whether you are a medium or whether you are training to be a medium, I know the rainbow bridge is there and they are showing you the attunement that comes from there. Susan, I am given the name of Linda, Margaret, and also Mary. And I also have a gentleman that comes in, and this gentleman brings you chrysanthemums. The chrysanthemums for me always means September, and September is a time of wanting to make changes within your life. Susan, please show yourself for how strong you are, because I know your strength comes from your mum. I will also have the name of Audrey with you. So whether Audrey, and also Tom and John. But take the love that I'm giving you from the spirit world and show yourself how far you've come. I'll leave that with you, my darling. Hello, Joanne Lewis, Marlon O'Brien, Janet Ablett. Long time no speak. I'm going to choose you to this time. Janet Ablett. Ah, here you go, darling. Janet Ablett, you have got trust. Janet Ablett, thank you. I knew the lady was important to you, Susan, but take the love that you've been given. Janet, you've been given the word trust. And as it says, while your logical mind is dictating a supposedly clear direction, your soul's inner guidance is showing you is allowing you to follow your alternative path. The longest path may be the one that you consider safe and more familiar, but you could be missing out on lost opportunities and so much more. But Janet, there is a time of change with you, darling, because I see this is coming from the heart. You have to trust yourself to show you how strong you are. I know that you have so much going on in your life. And I know as I'm talking to you, this lovely lady comes forward. And I want to say mother, mother-in-law, grandmother, somebody that was very close with you. She brings you some autumn roses. You know, when the roses are just beginning to stop growing, but there's just that odd one that comes out. And I feel the rose is important to you. So Rose the name, Margaret the name, and also I want to give you William as well. There's also a Steve being called to you. And I know there is a lot going on with you at the moment. I have the name of Ruby. And also I want as well David. And also I know about the twins, but I know the twins are still around you. And I know the twins show you how far you've come. I also have a gentleman coming in, and this gentleman loved his garden. He would grow everything from a pea to a flower. And he is showing me, as he laughs, your laughter. Jan, he says, you have to think about your family. They are with you to show you how far you've come. But Janet, you should be back on the platform working. You can go and do anything you like, but you must start to work again. The spirit world are saying time is not an issue. You just need to follow your dreams. I hear a whispering in my left ear. So I know somebody's been talking to you in your left ear. I know this is time when you're thinking about someone else at the moment. But I know at the end of the day, love who you are. And I promise you it will happen. Okay? I'm giving you pink geranium. It's a pink geranium from your mother-in-law. And she says, I love you. And she's just left that with you. Okay? So I'm going to leave that with you. Hello, Facebook user Jeanette. I am going to talk to you because I just feel drawn to you. Jeanette, the Facebook, Jeanette. And the card you're getting is support. Can you see it? Support from the spirit world. I have the wings of the angel all the way around you. And I also have the support of family that have passed over to the spirit world. Your card says people come into your life for many different reasons. Some you learn from, and the others they move on, while others return often because you need them. You need to learn more about yourself and other individuals. Others return beside you to help you to move forward. Okay, Jeanette, there is a lot going on in your life at the moment where I feel as though I can say, well done. And another time I can say, oh my God, what have I done? But I feel, Jeanette, that you need, just for the moment, stop, look, and listen. Listen to what your inner self is saying, and also listen to what your spirit family are saying, because they are saying to you, it's time to put the past to bed and move forward. You need someone to direct you. And I feel as a medium, I would be wrong to tell you not to take that chance. You have to find a way forward on your pathway to find a circle that will help you to progress. You have a lady coming in, and this lady is mother, sister, or aunt. I feel she passed over with problems with her chest. I also feel that she had quite a lot of issues before she passed over. But she just wants to say to you, never ever look something that is wrong and say it's right when you know it is wrong. And I know you have to use your gut feeling to find you. I am given the name of Mary, June. I want to give you, I feel it's Pauline or Paula as well. And I want to give you Janet. I also want to give you some beautiful daffodils for March. And also I want to give you some chrysanthemums for September. As the gentleman comes in, and I feel it's your dad or your granddad. He was in the forces. I felt the army, and I feel that he was a strong man, but he didn't always show his feelings. And he's like you don't show your feelings either. And that is why you want the support of spirit. Okay? So I know you have to love yourself for who you are, Jeanette, but also love your fellow man. So I'm going to leave that with you and say thank you for working with me. Hello, Sarah Batchelor, Marion O'Brien, Joanne Lewis. Joanne Lewis, let's give you a card, shall we? Joanne Lewis. Okay. Joanne Lewis, yours is ancestral wisdom. And if you can see, there's all your people in the spirit world who are trying to connect with you. It says, we are your ancestors and we love you. We walked the earth many years before you. We ask you at this poignant time to learn and grow from our past experiences. You are our legacy, and we will keep on helping you as we continue to evolve here in the spirit world. And I think that is a lovely lesson for you. Because Joanne Lewis, I feel I've got my arms folded and I want to say, do I want to do it? Don't I? Do I want to do it? And I feel with you, my darling, you have to stand up for yourself again. Your spirit family are everywhere around you. And I know that the spirit world are there with you. I have a lady here, and this lady, she absolutely loved her garden. I can see her planting pansies and also putting bulbs in the winter. I know she loved to pick some of the flowers and put them into a vase. And I'm seeing a beautiful glass vase. If it was either crystal glass, but I know the spirit world are showing you the flowers come to you from the spirit world. I am given for you, Joanne, the name of Annie, and also I want to give you Marie or Mary, and also the gentleman that comes in to say, I will kiss your hand and tell you you are important. Maybe it's time for you to get back into the circle and show people how strong you are now and help others on their pathway. But at the moment, Joanne, look after you. Your spirit family are watching you, and they are also giving you the inspiration to move forward. So I'm going to leave that with you and say thank you for working with me. Janet Bramwell, hello. Can I speak to you, please, Janet? See what cards we come up with for you. Hi, darling. This is your card. You are not alone. Can you see that beautiful card? It's your spirit family behind you. And I know, Janet, that as a lovely medium yourself, you know when spirit are around you. We are here for you. We never left, or through all the sadness and loneliness. However, you cannot sense or see me, but you feel how much love we are sending you. We are your family, friends, and guides. You never walk alone. We walk right beside you. Isn't that lovely? Because I feel them words exactly what you give to other people, and I'm giving to you now. I feel your whole aura is expanding, and I feel as I'm holding you that your aura is very much a part of you. Janet, there is a strong sense of values with you. You value yourself and you try and help so many people, but sometimes people don't see you for who you are. I know there is a sense of knowledge coming from you. Your knowledge helps others, but also you need knowledge so that you can move forward. I have a lovely lady with you, and this lady is Mom, I feel. Very much a lady that loved you to pieces, but sometimes she could be a bit awkward, she says. But she said, but so can you. But she's saying here, as she laughs, she said, there has been something going on with you at the moment. What was not true, my darling? But I know yes, knowledge important, yes. Okay, but darling, I'm trying to understand because this lady, she's just coming forward to say, she is just bringing you such love because she was such. She said sometimes I was a pain, but she said I know the support and the love that you get from the spirit world comes from your spirit family. She's saying here that you have to take a bit of time for you at the moment. Are you tired? Are you tired? Because this is what she's just saying how much she loves you. And she brings you some beautiful irises. So whether her name was Iris or you understand Irish, but I know as I'm talking to you, my darling, I can feel the tears. And oh, I know, darling. She just said the tears are souvenirs of the past. And what happens now is your future. Gentleman comes in and gives me the name of James or Jim. And he's saying here to say to you, now is the time to take the challenge. You will be shown the way. But at the end of the day, you are beautiful. And he tells me that. You also understand Tom or Thomas. And I know there is such a lot of love. She said she loves you. And this gentleman I've got with you, I feel it's your dad. He said he loved you as well. So I know there is a lot going on, darling. And I know you've taken a bit of time for you. But I know at the end of the day, time, 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 darling, time. Okay? So, Janet, I'm leaving that with you and say thank you. Thank you, thank you, thank you. Can I talk to Andrea Rees, please? Andrea Rees. I want to give you the dream talk. Oh, Janet, you're welcome. Andrea, it's called Dream Talk. So somebody's talking to you in your dreams, and I feel it is a gentleman, the way he's talking to me. The words from Spirit are your subconscious constantly and subtly speaks through your dreams. It's just one of the many ways in which your soul and those here in the spirit world can reach out and communicate with you through signs, symbols, messages, and more. Andrea, as I'm talking to you, I have this gentleman, and I don't know. Okay, Sophie, I hope you do come make it back again. But thank you for being here. Andrea, he is telling me here that he talks through dreams, and he says that he also brings you like the like-mindedness of the spirit world. He brings you so much love, and I feel this gentleman absolutely loved you to pieces. You was his baby girl, and even though there was other children, you was his baby girl. And this is what he's saying. He's saying about music. Have you been hearing music as well? It's like I'm hearing Bridge Over Troubled Waters. So I don't know whether you've been having a few troubles at the moment, but he's just given you that song, Bridge Over Troubled Waters. I'm not going to sing it to you, but I know the song and I know the words from those songs. He also said to say to you, trust in your own inspiration and your own love of the spirit world. I am given John, David, William, and Bob. And as he steps aside, I've got a lady that comes in, and she's wearing a pink flowered dress. And she's telling me there's a photograph of her in this pink flowered dress. She's saying here that she comes to bring you a bit of peace of mind. She's telling me that there was a time where you felt a loss, and the loss was not only from your family, but it was about things that have happened around you. Andrea, the lady brings you daffodils and tulips together. So I want to say either March or April. I'm also given the name of May and the name of Marion. She's saying here, you have to stick to your guns on a situation that's happening around you. And that's why the song Bridge Over Troubled Waters. And I want to say to you, darling, stick to your guns. It will happen at its own time. But they're saying to you, we love you. Okay? So I'm going to leave that with you. Hello, Caroline Thomas. Hello, Zoe Doby. Hello, Miss Peckoff. Marion O'Brien. Can I choose you a card? Marion O'Brien, please. Marion, your card is caregiver. Can you see it? Caregiver. Your heart in your hands, so you help so many people. Marion O'Brien, We are with you, and Spirit has its own way of giving you and emphasizing the care and love you possibly give to others, especially at the end of their lives, just as you received care and love at the start of your life. Caregivers often focus on all that intention and can their loved ones and often neglect their own concerns and well-being in the process. Do you understand where the caregiver is? Is it you that is a carer? Do you help so many people? But I know as I'm holding my hands out, I feel your heart is in my hands, and I know you help so many people. The love comes to you from the spirit world. And I know the love says to me that you have had so much trouble in your life that sometimes you felt, why me? Why me? But I know you are a caregiver, and I know that you have got a lot to give. I want to say the peace comes from within. And I know at the end of the day, whatever happens will happen at its own time. But it is helping you to progress and help you to move forward. I don't know if it's you has got a pain or you've got a problem with your shoulder. And I want to say the left shoulder because I'm just feeling pain there. I believe with you, my darling, that you have to take care of you. Because although you're a caregiver, you need to take care of you. I'm shown sweet peas, and this lady is handing you the sweet peas. And I also want to give you the rose of Sharon, the yellow bush, and it is so beautiful. I know as I'm talking to you, my darling, that the pain in my neck and my shoulder is really painful. And I feel I just want to give you a little bit of healing on there. So I'm sending you some healing. I'm smelling the sweet peas. I don't know if this lady is your mom or your grandma as she comes forward, but she loves sweet peas, but she also she loves the dahlias. She's saying about Delia Smith, baking cakes, baking bread, making all things. She's saying little girls were made of sugar and spice and all things nice. And she said she was quite happy that you were the child that was full of sugar and spice. She brings you some gingerbread men, and I feel this is memories of past when you, as a child, would help her in the kitchen. It's either it is your nan, is it? Good, because this is the way she's talking to me. She said, you was her little helpmate, and she said, I love you. Marion, she's saying here, you have to stop struggling and start to bring yourself back into focus. I do feel with you, my darling, as well. You have to be more open, more honest with yourself. I have a gentleman here with you, and gentleman is grandfather, I feel. It just said you have to get down and dirty, dig up the roots, and plant new ones, new plants. Let's find a way forward for you. I'm given Patrick, Peter. I'm also given Anne or Annie. I'm also given Joan and also Margaret, my darling. But at the end of the day, darling, think about you. You're the caregiver, but you have to give care to you. All right? So I'm going to leave that with you. Okay, Fiona Rosen, please. Fiona Rosen. And thank you, Marion. You're welcome. So Fiona Rosen. Are you there, darling? Hi. This is your card, my darling. Hello from heaven. And if you can see, this whole thing is butterflies. There's also, that is the touch, the metamorphic touch. And your words are, oh God, your loved ones in the spirit world want to connect with you as much as you want to connect with them. They know you've been thinking of them, and they're sending you signs and symbols to show you how much they love you, to prove that they're with you at this time. Remember the symbolic things you've been given. It's like the hands of fate. I'm also seeing butterflies, and I want to give you the beautiful buddleia that has the butterflies all the way around it. And that is signs that the spirit are around you. Fiona, there has been a difficult past, and you've found you couldn't do things that you'd like to do. But I know, as I'm talking to you, it's like I'm your grandma telling you you can do it. Whatever you want to do, you can do it. She's telling me here that I know, and she's telling me here, as a child, you were positive, and you're still positive, and she's saying you can do it. She brings you also a meatloaf. Don't know why, but she's brought you a meatloaf. Are you not eating properly? So I know, as I'm talking to you, you have to think more about yourself. The heaven symbols will come to you during the week. It's like you see, you look at a clock and it's 6 minutes past 6 or 1 minute past 1. But these are symbols, they're signs, and you're not eating properly. That's why she's brought you the meatloaf, because there's a lot of goodness in the meat, the potatoes, and the onions and carrots that are in a meatloaf. She's saying here, if you don't take care of you, who will take care of those you're going to leave behind? And she's saying, just watch. And she's done this with her mouth. And I feel this is what she's saying. She's just saying to say to you, now is the time to make the changes in your life that you know you need. Fiona, gentleman comes forward now, dad or granddad. And I feel this gentleman, as he comes forward, he would have loved you to pieces, because he just brings you an ice cream cornet with a flake in it. And he said, that's a memory of when we used to go out to the ice cream van, and the chimes of the ice cream man would come, and you would hold his hand and go to the ice cream van, and you always had an ice cream cone with a flake in it. He's given me Dennis, the name Dennis, and he's also given me as well the name of Janet and also Mary. He just said to say to you, darling, stop, look, and listen to what the inner self is saying to you. Okay? So I'm going to leave that with you and say thank you for working with me. Can I talk to Cindy Woodhouse, please? Cindy Woodhouse. Hello, it is afternoon here, and this is your card, and it's called Have Fun. And if you look at this card, look, there's all kinds on it, all the colours of the rainbow, and they're all there for you. Your card says, stop. When was the last time you had fun? When was the last time you took a chance and did something silly? Something totally unlike you? Something just for the joy of it. It's long overdue for you to let go and to analyze and use your analytic mind and give yourself and your soul permission to have fun. And this is what I want to say about the fun. I feel I want to take you to a waterfall and allow that water to cascade down across you, or go into a shower and allow that water to cleanse you, and allow everything to join in and allow you to see you for who you are. The fun part is being able to show people how much you've grown in the last 6 years. 6 years. So there's been a time where you have had so much going on with you that you haven't had time to have the fun and have the joy that is needed for you. I've shown the waterfall because it's like having a joke. Let's get you wet through and let's splash about and let's show the joy of what life can give you. I have a lady with you, and this lady, she comes forward. She said you always had a time of where you would reflect on the past and reflect on what's been happening around you, but you never stop to listen to what yourself says. I'm seeing the angels all the way around you, and this lady is saying the angels are with you and they will show you how far you've come. You understand the name of Peter, please? And you also understand as well, I want to give you the name of Yvonne, Jane, and also Melanie. I feel they are all people either on this earth plane, but I know you have lots of friends and lots of people that are around you. The lady I feel very much is either mum or grandma. Can you look around on the earth plane, please, Cindy? It could be people you have yet to meet, but just keep them in mind. But I know the lady's telling me that she said you don't let people in. She says you hold yourself away, and she said you should. Yeah, lovely, thank you. But she's just saying to say to you, time to let go of the past. Gentleman comes in, and he was in the Air Force. He's a very tall, can I say, well, he looks tall to me, but he's a gentleman that was very strong, strong-willed, strong-minded, and also I just see that the wall is there, and he's showing me to break down the wall and allow others in. He just said to say to you, life has many changes, but you have to make those changes. Nobody else can do it for you. You have to make those changes yourself. Take the wall down brick by brick by brick until you can see out the other side. I hope that makes sense, my darling. Keep those names on heart because they may be somebody who can help you. Just remember Cindy Woodside. Cindy Woodside is a strong individual person, and I'm ready to move forward. Okay? Remember that you are important. Okay. Thank you for working with me. Can I come to Susan Williamson, please? Oh, I've got such a headache all of a sudden. Susan Williamson, have you got a headache at the moment? Because I've just got this headache straight away as I said your name. And your card is called Receive. Can you see that? Receive. And it's like a gift that you've been given. You are kind and loving, as well as always being constantly reaching out to others and to give to others. But now it is a time for you to learn to receive and graciously accept. Just as when the ebb and the flow of the tides, the art of giving and receiving is the natural love and law and order of the universe. Susan, I don't know whether this is the truth about you, but you give so much to other people. But now is the time to accept back from others. So if somebody wants to give you a flower, say, I want to give you a wallflower, that smell of the wallflower is there for you. But you have to learn to give and take so you can give that wallflower to someone else who really needs it. I'm just saying this in a way that this lady's telling me. And I feel this is mum or your grandma as she comes forward. She said here that you've always been a person that shared and you would share anything with anybody. But what she's saying is it's time to give and receive. So receive what is being given and accept with both hands. Say, for argument's sake, somebody has got an old coat and it doesn't fit them anymore, and they feel that you might be able to fit into it. You have to say, instead of saying, no, thank you, I don't want it, accept it graciously, because you might know somebody that would fit. And so you can give it to that other person. I always say, never, ever look a gift horse in the mouth, because whatever is given is also received. I am given the name of Mary, Margaret, and also I want to give you Patricia, Pat. And as the lady sits back, I've got a gentleman comes in, Dad or Grandad, and he gives me the names of Jim, Brian, and David. So I know they're all with you every step of the way. But remember, my darling, you have to say thank you and receive. Don't let others let you down. You will find your way, and I hope at the end of the day, you will feel better about yourself. So can I leave that with you, Susan, and say thank you for working with me? Can I talk to Beth Kruger, please? Beth. You're welcome, Stace. But I must leave dead on 5 because of my husband, okay? I'm talking to, I said Beth, was it Beth? Yeah, hello, darling. I want to give you this card, and it says Soul's Solitude. The words, your soul needs attention. There are moments where it is important to get away, not just from the noise of the outside world, but to find a place where your soul can experience peace and quiet. A place for soul solitude. This is a time to pause, time to reflect, a time for you. And if you look at that, your soul is on holiday. And I feel this is what you have to do. Take time out for your soul. I know as I'm talking to you, my darling, you have been in a situation where you felt at a loss of what will happen next. I know by looking at you, I need to give you healing for you within. It's like I need to take that quiet time and bring it into myself and allow myself to take either a meditation or to sit and read a book, but say, sorry, everything is for me. I want to give you a rose quartz because I feel the rose quartz, and I know that you have found you need to find yourself, because I don't know why, but I feel there's been a loss. You lost a love recently. That is the loss I'm feeling then, because I feel as though I just want to hide away and not let people see who I am. Beth, there's so much love coming to you from the spirit world. So much love. And I feel because you are feeling that solitude, you need that to calm yourself down and then take the next step, which is forward. You have this lovely lady comes in, and this is mom or grandma, I feel. She comes in with a strong, shall I say, she's got a strong way with her. And she's telling me that she loved you so much, yet you feel that loss, yet that love is still there. But you know at the end of the day that life has to continue. She brings you some beautiful pink and yellow roses. The pink rose means mother love. The yellow rose means also, it means never forget. It's your grandma, is it, my darling? Because she's so positive. I don't know whether she was a diabetic, because I am seeing her sitting in a chair. And I know she wore glasses. And I know she always spoke her mind. And that's what she's trying to do for you today. I have a gentleman now coming in. And this gentleman left before his time. I feel as though he was a person that was strong in mind, but not strong in body. I know I have to give you the names of Elizabeth, James, Margaret, Jean, also William or Bill, or also I just need to give you the door so that door can close on the past and allow you to move forward. Because you've got to move forward. You can't go back. You have to go forward. Beth, I see changes coming around you. And watch where the next 6 months sees a different Beth. The changes are coming from within. And it's like a transformation. So whatever you do over those next 6 months, it's up to you. You have to find yourself again. And once you've found yourself, you know you've got there. I know, darling, that sometimes it hurts, but I want to say it doesn't matter. You have to find you again. All right? I'm going to leave that with you. I'm going to do the last one now. Let's have a look at Mina Petkoff, please. Mina, I want to give you this card, and it is New Beginnings. Can you see it? It's like the road, the yellow brick road. Let's take you back up to the yellow brick road to find you. Your words are, everything in life is constantly vibrating and moving, and therefore continuously changing and evolving. Be aware that a new beginning is on the horizon. I have courage and faith, because right now life is trying to nudge you forward and move you into a new direction. And I know once you follow that road, you will find you again. I know with you at the moment, my darling, there is a bit of what do I do next? But I want to say, let the past go and move forward. Whatever door is opening, then the door to the past is closing. You have a lady here that comes forward. This lady brings you rhododendrons as a memory. I know the rhododendrons means early spring, and also it brings in knowledge. I'm also seeing rabbits running down the side of a field, and I feel you love nature. I don't know if it's you that's got the pain in the arm here and into the hand, or it was the lady I have with you. I'm giving the name of Dorothy, and also I want to give you the name of Margot. And just to say to you, time is, it just says time is not wasted. You have to move forward. The lady is telling me she had problems with her heart before she went to Spirit World. And she brings you a custard pie. Well, to me, a custard pie means either you're not eating properly, or the custard pie means you need a bit more enjoyment in your life. It's like the clowns where they throw the custard pies into the faces. Because the gentleman who steps in now, I feel he was a joker too. I feel he always had so much to say for himself, but he was always laughing, always doing things out of the extraordinary. And I know that things that have happened around you, that he was a bit of a joker or a clown, so to speak. He did things out of the ordinary. And my late husband, he used to always do things that were extraordinary. He would sit on a post box like a little gnome, and people used to laugh because that's what he did. He made people laugh, and I feel this gentleman made people laugh. I am giving you William. I also want to give you Michael, John. I also want to give you the name of Frida as well. I want to say to you, darling, as well, now is the time of taking the challenge, because I need you to sit in a circle and take the challenge, what Spirit is saying to you. The gentleman with you has just said that song, It Never Rains in September, or something always raining in September. And I feel that song is important to you. Mina, there is changes coming. They will come at a time where you are looking for the new beginnings, but I need you to move away from things that have harmed you, and let's see how far you've come. I want to also give you the name of May and the month of May for an anniversary. And I also want to give you an old apple tree. And the apple tree is just beautiful. It's full of apples. And I feel as an apple falls, it falls into your hand. And I know once I can eat my apple, I can find that somebody from the spirit world are looking after you. I think that makes sense, my darling, because they are so positive that you will find your new beginnings. Okay, I'm going to say thank you for working with me. And everybody here, I'm so sorry I have to go now, but my husband is very, very poorly, and I've got the nurses coming in at 5 o'clock. So could I say thank you all for being here. Until next week, take care. Love you all. Goodbye.